Hi everyone, I have a concealer swatch video for you today. It's Drugstore concealers and it's for the most part the lightest shade within those ranges, except for one because they came out with the lightest shade and I haven't gotten it yet. A new lightest shade. So I did include, for a reference point, Tarte Shape Tape in Fair. And I included wet and dry. And the difference between wet and dry for Shape Tape in Fair is really large, and I don't find all concealers do this. Some really darken a lot when they dry down, some do only a little bit. Occasionally you come across one that doesn't, but I find that, especially like a matte concealer, it really does tend to dry down darker. Foundations are similar, though I don't find that they often change as much as the Shape Tape does. So I don't know if it's just the Fair shade that does this, but Fair definitely does a lot. Tarte Shape Tape in Fair when it's wet. Tarte Shape Tape in Fair when it's dry. Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define in C1. NYX HD Concealer in Alabaster. Maybelline Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser in Fair. Maybelline Age Rewind in Ivory. Catrice Liquid Camouflage in 005 Light Natural. Maybelline Fit Me in 15. Catrice Liquid Camouflage in 010 Porcelain. So the first thing that I have next to the Tarte Shape Tape in Fair is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define, and this is in C1, which is their lightest shade. It's more of a beigey tone as opposed to some of the other options I have here, which are very peachy or a little bit more yellow toned. This is kind of a beigey-ish option along with the Fair in Shape Tape. I find this is a little more creasy on me and it has a little less coverage. I think that's kind of the general consensus, even though a lot of people are saying it's a dupe. One thing that it doesn't dupe, which I really appreciate, is it does not have the scent that Shape Tape has, which is this very like floral, strong scent, which I really don't like. And this just kind of smells like a long-wear product, that kind of paint smell, which I will take over the perfumey smell any day. Next up is the NYX HD Concealer, and this is also a newish, lightest shade, and it's in Alabaster. I used to have Porcelain long time ago. I thought Porcelain was lighter than this. This is actually pretty dark, and it dries down. It comes out looking quite yellow, and then it dries down looking pretty peachy. And it's what I have underneath my eyes today, but very lightly applied just because I'm having a lot of texture issues and just issues in general under my eyes right now. So, I mean, I can wear all of these under my eyes. Some are more like a corrector. I don't put a lot of coverage. I cannot get a lot of coverage under my eyes to look good, ever. And it's just been worse since I've been pregnant because my whole face has gotten so dry. It's bad. So right now, pretty much everything creases on me. I never really liked the NYX formula, which is why I got rid of Porcelain, because I just didn't use it all that much and it was pretty old. I have used this a lot more. Obviously, it's the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind in Fair. This used to be the lightest shade. I do just rip off the sponges on these because I don't like how they get all goopy and they just kind of like slowly seep product up in there, and it's just so messy, and I would rather just get some out of the top there. This one is quite dark. It's similar to the Maybelline Fit Me in shade, and again, I can wear it under my eyes kind of like a corrector shade. So they released a new lightest shade, which is Ivory, and I picked this up last week, I believe, and it's a little bit more of that yellowy tone like the NYX in Alabaster. And I've been using this as like an eye primer, and it's a decent lightness. It's okay under my eyes too, but I've never had a lot of luck with this staying put throughout the day. Trying to build up a little bit more coverage definitely causes it to crease a fair amount on me. Historically, the only things when my skin was more what I consider normal for my skin, my under eyes have always been a little dry, but doable to wear Tarte Shape Tape without it creasing, and also MAC Pro Longwear concealer without creasing. So the only thing that I have found similar in like lack of creasing has been the Catrice Liquid Camouflage, and this is the lightest shade 005 Light Natural. The shade range on this is abysmal. 3 shades available at Ulta. It does have, I feel like it has a good amount of coverage. It's also dries down a little bit more to that beigey tone. It's similar to Shape Tape and Fair as far as the color once it's dried. And the only thing I don't like about it is that it has that floral scent. Now, one thing to point out, price-wise, Shape Tape is 0.3 ounces, fluid ounces. Almost all of these are half of that or less. This is the Makeup Revolution is 0.11 ounces. So dollar for dollar, it's about the same price as Shape Tape. And the Catrice is 0.16. The only thing that's a little bit more is the Maybelline, which is 0.2. So Shape Tape doesn't seem all that expensive when you compare to how much product you get. So there is that. But yeah, I really like the Catrice, except for the fact that it's stinky like Shape Tape, which I hate. Maybelline Fit Me. So they have, I think they've redesigned their packaging maybe, and they definitely have added a new shade. It was not available the last time I checked my Target in store, so that's why I haven't gotten it yet. So I will pick it up at some point. It's, I believe, 05, and this is 15. 10 is darker than 15 for whatever reason, but 15 is quite dark as well, as you can see from the swatch. So again, I can wear it like as a corrector-ish shade under my eyes, but it is quite dark. And for a similar darkness, and I never have gotten Fit Me to really wear under my eyes all that well. It's always been kind of creasy for me. More creasy than others and kind of watery. So last up is the Catrice Liquid Camouflage in 010. It's similar, kind of deeper shade. So same things I keep saying over and over. I can wear these darker shades kind of like a corrector tone. There's something that Taylor from the Taylor mentioned about making concealers a little bit lighter, is that she would mix them with the NYX HD Concealer in Lavender, which I have done, but it can make it look a little bit gray, so you have to be kind of mindful. Might want to like swatch it first to see how it looks mixed together, but it is an option. LA Girl used to have just a plain white concealer, but I don't think they carry it anymore. They have something that looks white, but it's a pearl. So that, as far as I know, has shimmer in it, and is more of like a highlighter. And Kat Von D does have a plain white concealer. You could also try using a white foundation mixer, but that might kind of water down the coverage a bit. So yeah, drugstore concealers, not a lot of options for very fair people. For reference, I'm kind of that NC5 in MAC terms. A lot of the lightest shades in foundation ranges don't match me, but things like Fenty Beauty in 100 are light enough. Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless in 102 is a pretty decent match. Maybelline Superstay in 102 Fair Porcelain. L'Oreal True Match in W1. NARS Siberia is a good undertone match for me, and can be a tiny bit too dark, but is workable. Yeah, so that should give you an idea of where I am with lightness. Kat Von D L41 is a little bit too light and a really odd undertone that does not work on my face. All right, so anyway, I'm going to wrap it up. Let me know if you have any questions, and please do subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. I have a lot of videos about pale skin, like foundation swatches, reviews, lipstick swatches if you want to see how it might look on a pale face as opposed to a not pale face. And along with stuff like favorites and empties and that kind of thing. So I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon.